an incredible senior year at San Diego State. Over 2,200 yards, 23 touchdowns.
He resembles Marshawn Lynch in build, but has the ability to take it the distance as well. Had 7 kick returns during his career at San Diego State for touchdowns.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On second down, here's Penny. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
We got three, fellas.
3-15. Penny, a first down carry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Find it.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Being chased out left. And he gets it down to the 32. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him. And that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
We look for signals.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A gain of 13 and also a first down. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. That's caught by Penny. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Here's Penny. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, probably that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Let's go, get out, get out.
A first down carry by Elliott. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Awesome. Hey, 47. 26.
On second down, Elliott pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top. A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
Super toe.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check 3. Right. 380. Big jumbo. Big jumbo. Big jumbo.
Here's a give to Penny. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Move the team.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Wilson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Penny. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Again, it's Penny. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Out to kick is Janikowski. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Janikowski adds the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Prescott now on second down. Looking for Austin, intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10.
12.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Leaves it for Petty. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the half, Prescott. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hustle.
Second down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
It's coming now. 46.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
Yeah, baby.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Here we go. 47, 47. 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The former first-rounder, Barkevious Mingo. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The Cowboys will turn it over now to Dan Bailey for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Short boot, taking it to 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. He got 29 yards that time. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. A handoff to Penny. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Right, 380. 18.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And the tight end Dixon left side. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Let's go get it right here. Come on. Simple.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Now Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now here's Michael Dixon, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Prescott to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Awesome. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why?
On third down. That's Austin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Buying time to his left. Then he finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. 47.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up quickly here. At the 38.
Go, let's finish now. 36. Here we go, 46.
A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left, and this is caught inside the 5. And that one results in 35 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Bo Scarborough with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Bailey got the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Come on, tempo, tempo.
Now Wilson on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett, and it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Here's Austin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Now Scarborough. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. It's Scarborough again, and he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. This is Scarborough, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
What do you think?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And they cannot do anything to stop the clock defensively. 3 straight wins to start the campaign now.
And this is where a team, privately, within the confines of their own room, their meeting rooms, the locker room, they start to think to themselves, we're pretty good. We should be a playoff team.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Now